Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and this is for Rushmore Podcast. Look good, feel good, enjoy.
People say we need a theme song, so I wrote a fucking theme song. If you like this fucking theme song, then you'll like the Rushmore Podcast. Rushmore Podcast, Rushmore Podcast, Rushmore Podcast. Fuck you.
Hey, welcome to the Rushmore Podcast. My name's Pepper.
My name's Thomas.
It's a podcast where we take our Mount Rushmore of any given blah, 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 blah. You got it. This week we're doing our Rushmore of bad habits to just me and old
Convict.
jailbird Tommy. But the reason we're doing the intro is because we want to shout out a special man.
Rushmore Podcast alumni. Fucking logo design, graphic design, comic book design, illustrating goddamn extraordinaire with cheap rates and high quality. Winston Gambro. You can follow that motherfucker at Winston Gambro. That's WINSTONGAMBRO on all social media, or go to WinstonGambro.com and tell him what the fuck you need.
We say it in the episode, but he is incredibly easy to work with. He does good art, which is probably the main thing.
Yep.
And I think his rates are extremely reasonable.
Yep.
So if you need something animated, you need some logo or something like that, go hit that motherfucker up. He's a good egg.
Excuse us, my bail bondsman just walked in the door.
Right about now, NWA court is in full effect. Judge Dre residing.
Yeah.
In the case of NWA versus the police department, prosecuting attorneys are MC Ren, Ice Cube, and
No, fuck that last guy.
NWA.
Ice Cube, take the motherfucking stand. Do you swear to tell the truth?
I didn't remember this intro being so long.
Yeah, dude, it's so long.
Jackass, you can't
NWA
say
stands for
right.
Nobody Wants
Won't you
Anal.
Tell everybody what the fuck you gotta say. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad 'cause I'm brown. And not the
All right, so as a brown man, myself, that is my anthem. You can tell people your side if you want.
Okay, I'll tell people my side. So last night, I was getting ready for bed, had
Sure.
my jammies on, had my sleeping cap ready.
It's pretty early. But that's weird.
I was lighting, blowing out the candle to go to bed.
Yep.
And I got a phone. I don't remember if I got a text or a phone. I got a text from our mutual police officer friend.
Yeah.
And all it said was Thomas was arrested. And I was like, okay.
Which is weird because at that point I was not arrested yet.
Okay. Well, I'll let me go through the text because
Yeah,
I don't
write it
want to.
down.
I don't want to.
I wasn't arrested yet,
I don't want to spread fraudulent information.
but it was inevitable. It was coming.
Okay. Yesterday,
Yeah.
10:29 p.m. Thomas just got arrested.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's way after the fact because this all happened at like 9:45.
Okay. And I
Okay.
said car shit ? He said yep.
Yep.
Had a warrant. I said no DUI ?
No.
No response. So then I moved over to Zane.
Thankfully, this is a one of the solo examples that late at night that I was not drinking.
Yeah, that was the thing that Annie said first. She was like, it's probably DUI.
Nope. Never had one of those. Never came close.
So yesterday, 10:34 p.m., I text Zane Barron.
Yep.
Said,
My
what
brother.
up? He said, grabbing Tom Tom. I said, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
I like to
Yeah.
act like I don't have any
Sure.
information so people will give me
Yeah,
more
you're just randomly
information.
messaging my brother at 10:30
Exactly. He said, pull over and didn't need his car towed. What are you doing? I said, DUI ? I'm checking on y'all.
Hey,
Got a
I
tip.
don't think there's like a statute of limitations on this kind of thing. But what's funny is him being the one to come get the car.
Yeah.
He was probably drunk where I was not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And he sent me a hilarious picture of you, I guess, getting checked in or out.
That's me getting booked.
Yeah.
Is what we call it on this side of the fucking street.
You look handsome. You got a good shirt on.
Thanks. Yeah, I had my flannel. I was like, damn, they're gonna think I was like got arrested at a Nirvana concert if this gets posted.
And then,
She even said, the lady goes, I had to step back for the mugshot, and she was very nice. And I was like, I got to do that part. And she was like, yeah, unfortunately, everybody has to. I was like, I was really hoping we could skip that part.
Yeah.
And she's like, no. I was like, all right.
So, I mean, that's basically all I know. I didn't really ask you too much during the phone call. So, give me a timeline. What happened here?
All right. So, the reason I got arrested is not why I got pulled over. I got pulled over for going 36 and a 30 on 14th.
Okay, so that's some bullshit.
That's garbage, right?
And
let me
people
get to that
don't know,
point.
14th, they don't. They play the speed
trap
laws
game.
Well, no, they play it pretty loose.
Oh yeah. No. Our mutual cop friend can tell you that while we're on the side of the road having this whole discussion or whatever, somebody went 70 right past us.
Yeah.
So they had to pull them over. But somebody was going 70. Also, I thought the speed limit was 35, but I never brought that up. But I thought it was 35 on 40. It's not. No, it's 30.
Yeah, it's
I'll tell you
posted twice. I know.
now. Okay. I thought you said it's possible. You were saying it's posted.
Yeah, no, it's posted
Yeah. Okay.
twice.
So
on
I
it.
should know.
Yeah.
I didn't. Anyways, going 36 and a 30.
Well, with your horrible vision, I wouldn't expect you to be able to see street signs.
So the guy pulls me over. He comes up. I was like, all right. So what my normal routine, if I get pulled over, because this is the thing. I've been at the risk of being arrested for 11 years.
Yeah.
Right? It's only happened once before last night.
If anybody wants
Now
an
twice.
example of white privilege,
Yeah,
it is
now
Thomas
twice.
McCormick.
So I would say if I've been pulled over, let's liberally say, let's be honest. Let me get an honest number in my head. 35 times. Let's say that.
Does that include accidents and other things of that nature?
No, that would make it like 39.
Okay.
Okay, but if we're including that, I've been arrested once. And the one time that I actually got arrested for the stuff, I wasn't driving. I was pumping gas, and
I remember that.
Yeah, and the officer that served the warrants came up to me at the gas pump. He knew my face, and he was like, "Hey man, got a warrant. I'm not going to take you up there. Just can you follow me to the police station?
Yeah.
Let's be cool about this."
I remember that.
and it was super cool.
All right. Question real quick.
Yeah.
Does that also include roadblocks? You getting pulled
Yeah,
over?
I've been through every. If we're including that, then let's call it an even 40.
Okay, so that's not even.
I've never had an issue at a
roadblocks.
roadblock.
Jesus Christ,
Never had a
dude.
problem. Went straight through every roadblock I've ever been at. Because
Just-
they're not taking the time to run your license. They're just saying, do you have this little piece of fucking laminated copy of a license?
So
it doesn't
just-
matter if it's valid. 'Cause they're
Just
not
so
taking that
people
time.
don't get the wrong idea about where we live.
Yeah.
And just so everybody knows that it is you and it's not everybody. I have been pulled over 0 times in that amount of time.
Really?
Yes.
Never? All right. But here's the thing, though, is it's not like a. It's been fine, you know?
Yeah.
So, anyways.
I'm not saying it hasn't. I'm just saying you get pulled over way too much.
Yeah.
So that means that's a
You think they're
thing.
profiling? That's what you're
No,
saying.
I
Okay.
think that you break traffic laws
Yeah.
and you get pulled over.
I think a lot of that can be contributed to my blindness.
Okay, I'll
I
give
think
you that.
that's fair.
I'll give
now,
you that.
that doesn't make it right, but it's the truth.
But if we're doing a podcast about bad habits today, I would say one of
we
your
were going to get to that.
one of
later.
your glaring bad
Yeah,
habits.
we're gonna get to that.
Is disobeying traffic laws.
Anyway, so I get pulled over, right, last night. I'm leaving the Celtic where I was not drinking, but Zane was hosting karaoke. And by not drinking, I mean I wasn't drunk. I had a drink, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I wasn't drunk by any means. Did a little karaoke or whatever. Helped Zane out. Showed face. Leave. Going down 14th, headed home. I'm 2 minutes from the house, right? I'm 2 turns away from getting home.
Yep.
Lights hit behind me. My first thought was, I was like, I'm definitely not speeding because I'm going 36, 35. And I thought the speed limit was 35. So I was like, what could it be? Then I was like, maybe I checked my phone. Maybe the cop saw me look at my phone or something. And I thought that's why he's pulling me over. So pulls me over, comes up to the passenger side of my car. And he goes, do you have license and insurance? I said, I have neither of those, sir. I said, I have an ID. I don't have a license. I don't have insurance on this vehicle. But my ID also is at home. I said, so you can pull me up on my social number if I can just give you that. And he goes, well, that's going to make this a lot harder on you, but sure. And I was like, okay. And I gave him my social. He walks back to his car. I call Jamie over Facebook. But I'm trying not to say his name earlier.
Yeah.
I call our mutual cop friend over Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Hang up. And then just so he knows, he has my attention. He's looking at his phone, and message him real quick. Pulled over 14th. That's all I say. And then I call my wife and I say, just got pulled over. She's like, are you going to jail? I said, don't know yet. I said, but this guy does not seem nice. He does not seem like he's on my side. Text my mom, who's up in Lucille. Text
Karen.
her, say, just got pulled over. Probably going to jail. Guy doesn't seem to like me. So generally, I can have a rapport with a cop because, like we've talked about a million times, you can be respectful.
Yeah.
It's that simple. And then it's all good. And be honest, be upfront, which I was with this guy. Straight up. I don't have either of those things. No insurance, no license. And the ID card that I do have is not with me. So I told him all these things, but he didn't seem to take it the way every other police officer has ever taken it. He was like, well, this is going to be really hard for you. Walks away. I'm thinking to myself, all right, I'm definitely going to jail because this guy's about to see something. And to be honest, I kind of play a little fucking loosey-goosey with it. I'm not too sure what's going to come up. I'm not too sure exactly what he's going to see. So I try to talk very little about, have you ever been in trouble with us before? I try to say very little because I'm like, oh, there's probably some stuff that's not coming up on that computer on that little basic search. Let's not look too deep into it. But I do know that from an accident I got in 3 or 4 months ago, I had a no insurance ticket. That's why all I walked away with was no insurance ticket. I do know personally that I'd never went to court for that.
Yep.
So I'm like, that court date's probably passed. I don't know when it was, but it's probably passed. So I'm sure I have a warrant for that.
Hey, while we're on that note, I had a court date today.
Did you go?
No.
All right. So comes back. He
couple
comes back to the
bad
window.
boys over here.
He says, "You have a. Are you aware that you have a warrant?" I said, "No, but I can probably guess what it's for." That was my first mistake, to be honest, because in my head it could probably be for like 6 different things. And I'm about to just take a stab at it. I said, "No insurance," and he said, "Yes, sir. That's what it's for." And I was like, "Okay, great." Then I get a message from our mutual cop friend that says, "Are you aware you have a warrant for no insurance?" I was like, "Yeah, I am now." So, anyways, guys doing the thing. He said, "Look, this is how it's portrayed to me." He goes, "You've been upfront with me. I appreciate that. Most people are not. Appreciate you being honest. Do you have a family member, somebody close by that can come get this vehicle?" He said, I just can't let you drive away because I know you don't have a license. I cannot watch you drive away. You have somebody that can just come pick it up. I said, well, this is our only vehicle at the house, so I can't call my wife, but I can call my brother who works at the bar I just left, and he can be here soon. Call him. He's like, what do I do with these singers for karaoke? I tell them it's too fucking bad, or tell the bartender and have her tell them, I need you to be here soon. He's like, I'll give you 15 minutes. And I told Zane, I was like, you got 10 minutes. Get in this motherfucker. Yeah. So he's like, yeah, sure. Drops. And then he proceeds to tell me, I have one tail light and I think I have an expired tag. And I was like, well, park far away from us and walk. And so he does that. And he comes up or whatever. Now, at this time, I told the guy, I said, can I turn the car off and like stand over there with y'all? And then our mutual cop friend pulls up. Yeah. After all this has happened, he pulls up, and then somebody that I went to high school with, who I had no idea was a police officer, pulls up too. So we're standing by my car. That guy's.
It looks like you're about to from a third person.
There's 3 cop cars. Yeah. And I'm pulled over on the side of the road, and now I'm on the side, and I'm texting, giving updates to everybody because they haven't like put me in handcuffs or anything. Yeah. And our mutual cop friend, I'm sitting there just bullshitting with him, and I was like, hey man, I haven't seen you in high school. I didn't even know you worked for them. Blah blah blah, talking. And he goes, I said, yeah. He said, who's coming to get the car? I said, Zane. I was like, he's going to drive. I said, I guess he's going to drop me off at his house, and I'll have Tara like come get his truck or whatever. And our mutual car friend was like, you mean the police station? I was like, no. Like the guy just told me I just need somebody to come pick up the car. He can't watch me drive away. Yeah. And he was like, no. You have a warrant. Like they got to go sort that out. You're not just going to leave here. And I was like, oh. And I was like, well, I feel like I was just told differently. And he's like, all right, well, let's see what happens. I hope I'll see what I can do, but let's see what happens. And then the guy comes back and he was like, Zane shows up or whatever. He has to sign some form. He picked up the vehicle. And he gets it. And then he has Zane right in front of me. He's like, so you want to just follow us to the station or what are we doing here? And I was like, oh, so this is what's happening. And then he goes, he's like, all right, man. This guy's being nice at this point. Yeah. Officer. You got to get in the back of the car. I hate that we have to do it, but it's semantics. Like it has to happen. You got to get in the back of the car. He said, and I have to get. He goes, and I have to put you in handcuffs. I said, okay. I put my hands on my back. He goes, do you want them on the inside or the outside? And I said, I don't know. And he was like, well, some people have a preference. Do you have shoulder problems? I was like, no. I was like, I've never been.
Give me a list of pros and cons.
I said, I've never been in cuffs, man. And he's like, do you have bad shoulders? I said, no. He said, well, I do. So it normally hurts me, but we'll do it that way. I was like, okay. So he puts them on. And he goes, are they too tight? I was like, I don't think so. And we sit there, whatever. We get to the station. And the whole way there, by the way, this guy's like, this dude's like, we're chatting the whole time because now he said, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He's like, I kind of feel bad for pulling you over because it was I was barely speeding. And he was like, but it seems like you knew everybody but me at the traffic stop. And he's like, but now that it's been called in and there's a warrant, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't do anything. So I have to do this. He's like, but I'm going to try to make sure it's painless and you get in and out, blah, blah, blah. But he was like, I was like, so where'd you grow up? And he was like, oh, I worked for Blackwater for all these years and did this contract work. But I was watching my kids grow up through a screen. So I had to settle down somewhere. And I met this girl from Ocean Springs. So he settled down here.
Yeah.
And,
all right, we don't need to know his life story.
yeah, all that shit. But I'm saying this is how the ride went to the police station. It was as pleasant as it can be. Get out, and he's like, hey, man, step to the side, and I'll open that door for you. Walk through there and open that. And then when we get in, I'm going to move your cuffs to the front. I said, okay. We get inside. He moves them to the front, and my wrists are like purple. He said, dude, I told you to tell me if they were too tight. I was like, I didn't know. I don't know how it's supposed to feel. I've never been in fucking handcuffs. And then he moved them, and like 10 minutes into me getting booked, and I like leaned into the window and said, hey, man, you made the right call loosening these cuffs. This feels way better.
Yeah.
And so they booked me or whatever, update all my information, told me that I haven't made a payment on a single fine since like 2013.
Yeah.
Told me how much money I owed him. It's a lot. And
Is it more or less than the fraudulent check that just got
oh
deposited?
my God. Multiply that by a single digit number, but a high one.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
You could buy
So,
a new car.
Oh, yeah. I could buy a very nice used one.
Okay.
Anyways, so walk out, and then the guy, like, when I'm walking out, shakes my hand. He said, I told you it'd be painless, man, in and out. Luckily, Zane was up front waiting on me already, and then gave me a ride home. But, yeah, that was it. So, 36 and a 30, spent, I'd say, 15 to 20 minutes in jail. That's it.
Old jailbird Tommy.
Yeah.
over here.
I did think your message was funny. You're like, I can't believe I do a podcast with criminal scum.
Yeah.
It was a gift somebody spitting at me. I did think that was very funny.
Yeah, but everybody listening, follow our example and just be nice to fucking cops so you don't get shot in the face.
Yeah, I'll say this. You know what's going? And I mean, this is a little bit of a loophole, but I'm like, so yesterday I had a warrant. I got to spend 15 minutes not even in jail, just being booked, just standing at a counter talking to a lady. And then now everything's pushed back for like over a month, and I'm totally clear until that date.
Yeah.
So I got like a month of freedom.
Well, I mean, you
For no reason.
if you go to the court date, they can set up a payment plan.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Well, that's the thing is I did that
you didn't.
not like 9 years ago, but that was the last time I made a payment. She pointed that out to me.
But I mean, you can have like $20 a month payments.
Yeah.
And as long as you're paying them,
Right. But fuck the man, you know what I mean?
sure. But
Also, I will say only 2 times in my 13 years of not being a legal driver has it ever inconvenienced me for less than an hour at a time.
yeah. All right.
So, pros and cons.
How do you feel about feet?
About feet, I used to hate them. I think because when I was a kid, my brother and sister both hated them, and it was like a prank. They would rub their feet on your face. Zane used to love when we were kids. He would say foot phone, and he'd put his phone to his head like he was answering the phone, like a yoga
He
pose.
put his foot to his head.
His foot to his head, sorry. Like he was doing a yoga pose, and he'd be like, it's fucking Britney Spears, or it's Pat Sajak, or whoever the fuck you can think of. Be
Data
like, they want to talk to you. And then he'd just shove his fucking heel into your ear and try to hurt you. So it made me hate feet when I was a kid. I don't really mind them now. I'll suck a toe. I don't give a fuck.
So
my wife's only. I'd suck my wife's toes. I don't give a shit.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
But is that a thing that you like or she likes?
Oh, no, I don't think either. I'm just saying I would. I'm not scared of it.
Oh, you would?
Yeah. It's not a fetish for either of us. It's not something I just fucking do, but I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I'm also way more gross now than I was as a kid.
Oh,
I don't
for
really
sure.
have any boundaries.
Yeah, dude. When you're 15, you'll be like, "Oh my god, I would never
do that.
Lick a girl's
I'd-
asshole."
Yeah, see, I'd do that right now.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, I haven't showered. I'd be like, I wanted to see how your day was.
Yeah. Exactly. The musk paints me a picture of what you've been through today.
Sure.
Yeah, I posted a picture. I don't even remember what it was, but I posted a picture of like my outstretched leg,
Yeah.
and some girl like retweeted it with like the heart emoji and stuff. And I looked at her profile, and it said, let me read like her bio.
She was
and
like a
everything.
foot model.
Very interesting. Foot fetish and findom coordinator.
Oh.
I will teach you guys how to sell pics of your feet. Males can sell their feet also. And I was like, I mean, I'm not interested in that, but I find it fascinating.
Seems like it'd be easy money.
Yeah, for sure. But I started sending her pictures of my feet. Is that cheating? I don't think so.
No. That's actually like a really common joke. Like between girls, it's like I wouldn't start an OnlyFans, but somebody wants to buy feet pics. That's
Yeah.
fucking safe. I was watching a murder documentary last night. Somebody got murdered in Ocean Springs, I guess, and nobody ever talks about the case. But Kendall Ray did an episode. She's a YouTube true crime person.
Yeah.
And on this lady, I never heard of her, but it's weird because it happened in 2019, and she's like my age. But the her best friend, so apparently the girl had like an OnlyFans and like a fucking Pornhub account and shit.
Yeah.
And her friend was like, "Oh, our inside joke was I'd sell feet pics for fucking $100, but then she got murdered."
Speaking of that, my intention, but anyways, yeah. So,
Okay.
Anybody listening, if you want to send me pictures of your feet, send them to me. I guess everybody's going to think that I'm the foot guy now.
Yeah.
And this is just a roundabout ploy to get pictures of feet to jerk off to.
Yes.
That's not what it is.
No.
I
don't see the sexual attraction there at all for feet.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't get it.
It could be a wrench.
It could be literally a table, a bottle of hot sauce. It makes no fucking difference.
And yeah, I mean I don't find them revolting. I would
they're-
suck my wife's feet.
Yeah, sure. They're just there. Like I wouldn't care if my wife was just like, "Hey, suck my toes." I'd be like, "All right, okay."
It would just be a waste of time. For
Yeah, I'd be like, "What are we doing?"
But
I could be sucking on your.
But yeah, I want to feed
Hopes
this
and
bitch some
dreams.
feet pics. So
Okay.
if you're listening, send me some feet pics.
Yep.
Maybe not girls. I don't know.
I don't think we have a single girl that listens to this podcast.
That's a good point. Well, Raylan.
Okay. So you don't want Raylan's feet, but everybody else's?
Sure. Hey, Raylan, I would love some celebrity
Some
feet pics.
Yeah. She
fuck
had
it.
Steve Byrne on her show. Go listen to Music is Funny, her podcast. Steve
Yeah.
Byrne was a guest today.
I hate saying stuff like this because it makes, I don't know. I'll just say it. Their podcast is way better than I expected it to be.
It's good.
very
You've said
good.
that. You said that to her.
Yeah.
You're like, "Hey, I thought you were going to suck," but it's pretty good. No, it is good. And she's cool shit. And we're doing a live show with her May 22nd.
Yeah. That's going to be sick as fuck.
The
Everybody
Celtic
come to
Irish
that.
Pub.
Oh, fuck. What was I going to say?
Feet.
Yeah.
Pics.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So, I don't know how much I want to talk about this because I don't want to get this lady in trouble.
Okay. Don't use names.
Yeah, but it's not even that. So I found, all right. I think everybody knows, I'm into Reddit porn and stuff.
Sure. You do talk about it every episode, so that makes sense.
So I just searched like Teachers Gone Wild because
Sure.
it was like Teacher Appreciation Day the other day or whatever. I think I probably saw it on another post, and there was a lady
Yeah.
who was wearing a Southern Miss shirt, and I was like, "Oh, a local. That's interesting." So I started doing a deep dive, and this lady is like doing wild shit like in the classroom and stuff.
Sure.
And I mean, it's very entertaining, but I am currently in the middle of trying to find out her true identity.
Okay.
I know she's a teacher. I know she is elementary school. She's not high school. So I'm about 50% of the way of looking at every single faculty list for all the local schools.
So it said she was from here, you said?
Through context clues, I determined that she was from South Mississippi. She is currently in South Mississippi, working as a teacher.
Okay. Do you know her first name?
No,
What do you know?
I don't want to say anything more than
Okay.
that.
I'll say I probably know her.
I know that I know of a local bar that she goes to. I found,
Is it a bar that I go to?
I'm not sure if you've ever been,
Okay.
but I found pictures of her in a bar, and I searched interior pictures of a couple of local bars,
Jesus Christ.
and I found out which one it is.
Okay.
It's somewhere between here and Biloxi.
Right. Yeah. Quitsky's Dugout. They're going out of business.
Yeah.
They put up a for sale thing yesterday. Man, don't fucking call me, boy.
Who's calling you?
I don't know. Some spam number.
But yeah, that's what I did today. And I was late because I downloaded Forza Horizon, the video game.
Yeah?
And I find it exceedingly entertaining.
You like it?
Yes.
What do you play? Xbox?
Yeah.
Faggot. I was about to say, if you play PS4, I'd get a racing game and beat you. Go buy a PS4.
I don't even
I
know
will
if they-
play cold and beat you online.
Oh, well, no, you won't.
Okay.
That's just not
I would.
even
I know how
possible.
controls work.
It's not even possible.
Okay. I
Well,
would.
my next thing is I'm buying a fucking wheel, dude.
Oh, no, that's fucking stupid. You
Yeah.
got to use the controller.
Nah, I
You
can't.
can't use the wheel
So
like a
I-
sixth grader.
I downloaded a game called Assetto Corsa,
Sure.
and it's like a racing simulator.
Of course it is.
And,
Oh, you see Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s iRacing tonight?
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Oh, I didn't know he did it. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, all of them do it.
Did they all drop
Gibbs-
inwards?
Ty Gibbs is a
Ty
motherfucker.
Gibbs
Yeah.
is the most baseball name of all time. He's a NASCAR driver? Your name's Ty Gibbs and you don't play second base?
Joe Gibbs.
Was that's
know
the
him?
guitar player from the Eagles?
No,
Yes, it was.
Joe Walsh.
Okay.
Joe Gibbs.
Barry Gibbs is Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees. Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe Gibbs,
Okay.
coach of the Washington Redskins.
No.
That's what they were called back then.
Oh, Joe Gibb.
Yeah.
From the 80s. There's no,
Joe
S.
Gibbs.
No, it's just Gibb.
It's Gibbs.
All right.
Owns a NASCAR team. That's
Yeah,
his direct-
Gibbs NASCAR Racing or whatever.
Okay.
But that's because it's Gibb, and then the apostrophe S is for possession.
No, but yeah, I'm buying a fucking wheel. That's just happening.
All right, that's fucking stupid. You should play Wheel of Fortune with it. You should download that game and spin it really hard, and hope you don't land on bankrupt.
Okay.
Are you a big Anthony Jeselnik guy these days?
Sure.
All right. You know he has a beef.
With who?
Leslie Jones.
That's interesting. I know I've heard through podcasts a few people have a beef with Leslie Jones. For
Yeah.
different reasons.
So the way he had a big falling. He talked about it on his last podcast on the Jeselnik and Rosenthal Vanity Project, JRVP, Junior Vice President. They had he basically talked about somebody bumping him. It was his first show back, and he did 2 shows through the day. First one went great. Second one, somebody came in and was like, "I want to do 10 minutes, but I have to go up before him." Demanded it, and then they went 30 minutes, and he was 5 minutes in. They were doing fucking crowd work, so he knows they were just doing it to be a dick. Apparently, after that, he never named any names. They were trying to guess it, his co-host and shit, but it was all over the internet. Beef between Leslie Jones and Anthony Jeselnik ramps up at this local comedy club because she was not on the bill at all. She just popped in.
Yeah.
But apparently there was a Comedy Store night where she came in and demanded to go on before him and came in the green room with her manager and was like, "We're next." And Anthony's like, No. He was like, people like Chris Rock, Louis C.K., anybody that wants to come up and do time, they come to me directly. They say, "I want to do 15 minutes. I'm trying to work out this bit. I want to do 10 minutes." They're always respectful of it. They never run the light, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Yeah, sure, of course." But she always runs the light. She's never respectful of it. And then the one time he let her go up at the Comedy Store, she told the guy, because you're supposed to introduce the next comic, the next person. She said, "I don't see how I can introduce him with enthusiasm," is what they said.
Yeah.
So refused to do it. So he was like, "This is fucking war. It is over for her." So she did that at this show. And then Saturday night, she apparently popped into the Comedy Store. And if you go, that was his podcast last week, last Monday. And then Saturday night, Comedy Store opened back up this weekend. So she did a pop-in spot, and they post on Twitter Leslie Jones performed tonight. And as a pop-in, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Every fucking tweet replying to it is "Fuck you, Anthony Jeselnik is a shit." It's just GIFs and pictures of him all the way fucking down.
Yeah.
It's pretty hilarious. But yeah, he doesn't like her. And they were all trying to guess it, and one girl guessed Tiffany Haddish, and he's like, "You're pretty fucking close." He's like, "That's about as close as you can get."
Yeah, I've heard that once she blew up, she became a huge piece of shit to everybody.
Apparently that is the truth, and he's not having it.
Yeah.
And I love Jeselnik. I know he retweets Seth Simon's articles, but
I think he did that.
it's done out of. Well, he's done it twice now. He did it again this week.
Yeah.
Because the Legion of Skanks podcast or Facebook groups all blew up again about fuck Anthony Jeselnik because he did it again.
Yeah.
But he does it because he gets it.
Yeah.
That's what people don't get. That's what's so fucking stupid. Seth Simon probably doesn't even get it, but he's executing it so well. It would be way cooler if he did.
Yeah.
Because he's doing what he's not. So he's the heel, and everyone's falling for it.
I wonder if he's.
Oh, it's so goddamn stupid.
I wonder if he ever read my message.
We have to get Seth Simons on this fucking show.
I agree, dude.
Oh my god, I did message Johnny McKeever. By the way, that kidnapping.
Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah, the kidnapping episode, and he tricked me because he posted no new episode this week.
Yeah, I saw
no
that.
new sketch.
And he said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, they posted. Dude, it was fucking funny. It was one of the better ones.
It was.
They're all really good, but some of them are so bad that if you watch it for 6 minutes, you're like, all right, where the fuck are we going right
Yeah.
now? The police one, The Sleep Police or whatever.
Yeah, I rewatched that one.
It's great.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was better on a rewatch.
Yeah, it's great. But I'm just like, okay, so we're just doing this for the next several minutes.
But
the kidnapping one was really good. He's like,
Is
what are
he-
you?
is
He's
he
like,
allergic to
$2,500. What are you? Was trying to buy the Lakers?
Yeah. Is he allergic to anything? Yeah, pussy.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the guy couldn't stop laughing. I did message John McKeever though to get him on the show. He hasn't read it.
He's probably busy or whatever.
Yeah, man, directing shit and stuff.
Oh man. Well, I don't think anybody gives a fuck about what I was about to say.
Okay.
Do you ever listen to one podcast so much that like you start dreaming about it and like that person's voice is like the voice in your head?
He's talking about Come Town?
Yeah. I'm trying just
Definitely never listened to that one so
I know.
much. Yeah.
I'm just saying, just so I'm trying to get through it because I only got like 10 episodes left.
Yeah.
I would listen to it nonstop. Haven't been to work.
So
in
did you
2
start it
days.
from the front?
Yeah. I started from the front.
Nick Mullen, more like Nick Lullin, because he's so boring. It's like a lull, because it's so boring.
I started in December,
Right.
and I only got 10 episodes left.
I've still never listened to Shane Gillis and Matt McCusker, ever,
Oh.
like a single episode. And I feel like I'd enjoy it. I like their humor, you
So
know?
funny.
Also, Dad Meat. I don't listen to it as much as I should. I listened to a few episodes when we had Mike Rainey on.
Yeah.
And I just never went back to it. But
Dad Meat's
I love those guys, too.
Really nice and wholesome.
I was about to say, I feel like they'd be inspiring.
Yeah, it is.
I love those guys.
Is this a podcast where you're talking about podcasts?
Yeah, I guess you brought it
guess I
up. You're
brought
like, oh yeah, I'm dreaming about podcasts. It's a podcast where you talk about dreaming about podcasts. You fucking idiot.
Well, you've done that.
Did I?
Yeah.
I dreamed about ours, but I didn't talk about it on the podcast because it didn't exist yet. Then we talked about talking about it. Anyways, I got arrested. You got any cool stories?
No.
You're gonna come here talking to a goddamn felon sideways, dude?
Yeah, that's what I was telling. I was telling Annie, my wife. She was like, "Do you think he'll want to talk about it on the podcast?" I was like, "Annie, he doesn't have a choice." But we're both so boring that I mean,
Also,
there's nothing in our personal lives that ever happens. As we're
also,
talking
I don't
about.
give a fuck. I'll give you my social on this podcast. I do not
don't
care.
do that.
I know, but I would. It means nothing to me. What are they gonna do? Like, oh, you know, we heard you on the podcast, and we're gonna rearrest you now.
Yeah, that would be.
We didn't like what you were saying on the podcast, so you're under arrest again.
You should say like
What?
fuck the Pascal PD.
Well, we did play "Fuck the Police" to introduce the story.
yeah, it's a joke. Everybody gets jokes.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
we know some law enforcement.
we're fun.
Yeah,
We do.
yeah, they're all good.
No.
Not a single bad apple
All
out
right.
of the bunch.
Yeah. No, there's
all
some
great.
bad apples out there.
Isn't this close to the George Floyd getting?
Yeah. Speaking of George Floyd, do you want to get into this goddamn topic?
already?
Oh, I found one of your. Well, we're 35
Oh,
minutes. in.
true.
Where I found two of your notebooks in my house.
Oh,
cleaned
I
out the
need
back
those.
room. And I read a bunch of notes,
Yeah.
and some of them were pretty cool. I will say I do own a notebook where Pepper explicitly says on one of the pages, "Fuck the Jews."
Well, as a note.
Yeah,
So,
as a
as
note.
a bullet
well, it
point.
does say always circle back to "fuck the Jews" is one of the notes. In
Oh,
the,
I'm
in the
sure
notebook.
it doesn't say.
It says
always
that
circle back.
exactly.
That's not how
anyways,
I write notes. If I wrote a note saying "fuck the Jews," it was a specific thing. And
Sure.
I knew
I will
those
say
words.
fuck the. It does say always circle back to "fuck the Jews," but I will say that "fuck the Jews." Those three words were in quotations. Always circle back to "fuck the Jews."
It was probably. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
You know what I think it was? I think you were writing so you'd remember Tom. No matter what my picks are, Thomas is always going to circle back to me saying "fuck the Jews."
That's probably what it is.
That's probably what it was.
I think it would be fun once this podcast is over to release like PDFs of every because I think I have notebooks for at least the most recent like 150 episodes.
Yeah.
And I mean they're not most of them aren't interesting. Like today, I got my picks and then 2 fucking notes.
Yeah.
That's it. But for some of the guest episodes, I have some pretty interesting notes. I don't know. Who cares?
Who cares?
Welcome to the Rushmore Podcast. My name's Pepper.
My name's Thomas.
It's a podcast where we take our Mount Rushmore of any given topic, and if you've listened this long, then you already know what the fuck is going on. We're about to get in our topic right now. This week's topic.
Hey, happy Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, yeah, that's why I got Mexican beer.
That's today. Dos
Dos
Equis.
Equis.
That's 2 Equis.
This week, our topic is bad habits. It's a pretty good one, I think.
Now, did we decide we're only talking about our own?
I figured it would be like every other episode we've ever done where it was just
Okay,
open to
good.
interpretation.
Because I didn't prepare picks,
Yeah.
and I can think of a couple of mine that are definitely bad habits, but I could think of a million of everyone else's that I think are bad habits.
Well, we kind of already did pet peeves.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of other people's bad
True.
habits.
Okay.
So let's keep it to us.
All right. What's your number 4?
All right, my number 4 is. You know what?
Yeah.
No, one of these is shit that other people does, and the other 3 are mine. Okay.
Okay.
So my number 4. This is going to be the one that other people do. It's interrupting people when they're fucking talking.
Yep. I think we both do that too. It's not just other people.
No,
Like it's when we have guests,
we have gotten
we're
so
way better
much
at it.
better at that.
I just interrupted you when you were saying that.
Yeah, but we harmonized on us.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm commentating a MMA event
Yeah,
this Saturday.
this Saturday.
Y'all go like the Empire Fighting Championship Facebook page. Look up Empire Fighting Championship on Facebook.
Are they going to Facebook Live it?
They're going to Facebook Live it, and I believe YouTube Live it, I guess. And this will be the last one that's not on pay-per-view. The rest, I believe, I might be speaking out of school, but fuck them. I mean, fuck the company I work for that I'm doing commentating for.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the rest are going to be on UFC Fight Pass after this one.
Yeah.
So-
UFC Fight Pass isn't a bad deal either.
No. Yeah, it's like $4 or $4.99 or some shit.
And you get
for a
every
month.
UFC fight
Ever. Yeah, the whole library. And not just UFC Fight, but everything UFC's bought out. Every Pride fight, every Strike Force fight, all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, go like their Facebook page, and wherever the fuck it's going to be broadcast, you can hear me talk for like 5 hours over fighters and shit. But wherever it's going to be broadcast will definitely be posted on the Facebook page. So
Yeah.
just go like their Facebook, and you can see it from there.
That, and if you follow us on social, that's one thing. Hey guys, fucking go
Follow us.
on social media.
Yeah.
At Rushmore Podcast on Twitter, Rushmore Podcast on Facebook. Fucking just
All that
use your
shit.
goddamn brain.
Yeah.
You know what our fucking
Google
logo
Rushmore
looks like.
Podcast and go follow all
And
the
hey,
shit.
don't be a fucking retard and be like, oh, Mount Rushmore Podcast.
Oh my God.
Don't do that.
No.
Those guys are fucking idiots.
Look for us on the mountain. Yeah, our download to social media follower fucking proportion is so out of whack. It's insane.
And we're not blaming you guys. It's probably our fault.
I
So we don't
am.
talk about it.
All right. Well, it's pretty simple though, huh? It's just the name.
There's a lot of podcasts that
It's just
I
the name of the show,
listen
huh?
to that I don't follow them on social media.
Oh, hey. Hey, talk for a second. I got to look up a plug.
Okay. We do not have any more 5-star reviews. If you give us a 5-star review, we will read it on the fucking show. But
All right, so a friend of the show, he's been a guest on the show. He does incredible goddamn work.
I
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, WG
Hey, why
boy.
don't-
I will say this. He told me
Why don't we do an intro and put that in the intro?
I'll do both.
Yeah, let's do both.
But I will say this. He told me I don't need to plug him. So I'm doing this because I want to, because I want you motherfuckers to go to him because he's incredible. You know why he told me not to plug him? He said because I told him about Dogecoin and he forgot and he made a huge profit. And if I didn't remind him, he would have lost a bunch of fucking money.
Yeah.
So we're even. Anyways, Winston Gambro. He does artwork for who?
Danish and O'Neill.
And
Rushmore Podcast.
yeah, the dude's fucking incredible. Anyways, he hooked me up. I had to get something very specific done. I couldn't think of anybody else to go to. He said, I don't do that. I don't do that at all, but I'm willing to figure it out and do it for you. And he went out of his fucking way to do the thing that I needed and did an incredible goddamn job. Go check him out at Winston Gambro, WINSTONGAMBRO. On all social media. And you can go to WinstonGambro.com and apply for whatever the fuck you need.
Yeah.
All your art needs.
And
Just go to
we've-
his website.
We've worked with him. We got a logo from him, and
Yeah, he did our current logo. The one
yeah.
with the fucking colors and the weed and shit.
he asks enough questions to make you feel like he has a proper understanding of what you want.
Yep.
He works in a very timely fashion,
Yes.
and
He did the work for me on something that he said he's never done and didn't know how to do within an hour. And
Yeah.
that was sending me like 6 or 7 proofs to make sure I was happy with
yeah.
it.
And after he delivers, he is very we had to like change the format on one of the things.
Yep.
I hit
Yeah,
him
like
up,
the
asked him if-
sizing or some shit.
Yeah. Hit him up, ask him if he could do that. 3 minutes later, we got it back.
Yeah, dude's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Winston, and we'll probably talk about him on the next several episodes, even though he asked me not to. He deserves it. So go
he's the fucking man.
Check the dude out. He's incredible.
A deputy at that, beach deputy.
I'm going to go with my number 4. It's the same thing, though. Talking over people, I'm going to take that one from you.
Yeah. I've been on podcast lately. I don't know what it has been, but I've guested on a string of pretty bad ones.
Yeah.
And that is a through line that just when somebody is fucking steamrolling, and it's usually when somebody's like too fucked up or whatever.
Sure. And we've
God
been
damn.
guilty of it, but we've actively tried to work on it.
Yes.
As if you want a perfect example of what not to do, go listen to our first episode with Steve Cantwell. And if you want a great example of what to do, go listen to our second episode with Steve Cantwell.
True. I'll give you that.
Great fucking night and day difference. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is it's probably going to be texting and driving.
Okay. For you?
Yeah, I used to never do that. I think when we started this podcast in 2017, I was so against texting and driving. I never fucking did it. I was
Yep.
very good at not doing it. And recently, man, like not out like driving over here, I was like searching pictures on Google to try to find
You're
something.
like interior of these bars.
Actually, that is what it was. I was zooming in on pictures while I was
Sure.
driving. All kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And, you know, not paying attention, speeding.
Sure.
Just, I need to stop doing that. It's a bad habit.
Yeah. That's fair. I've run into people doing it. You know?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's bad.
Don't do that. Why did I just slur? Don't do that.
You've been drinking.
No, I haven't.
You haven't sobered up from your DUI last night.
I didn't get one. That was another thing too. Is I probably said it like one too many times. I said probably 3 different times to the arresting officer. I was like, "Thank God I'm not drunk tonight. Thank God I wasn't drinking." I was like, "This could have been way worse." And he laughed it off. But I think like the 3rd time I said it, he's probably like, "All right, I'm getting a little suspicious that this guy been drinking."
Yeah.
But no, it was good. My number 3.
I'll never forget that wreck that I got in at 9 o'clock in the morning in Columbus, Georgia, when I hadn't been to bed. And
Yeah.
I had a Bud Light with green apple vodka poured into it.
Sure. Gross.
I think I was doing drugs all night.
Right.
And I remember the officer was like, you know, this is kind of a ridiculous question, but we have to ask everybody this. You know, I know it's Sunday morning and it's 9 a.m. Is it very unlikely? But have you had anything to drink? I was like, no. And that's how you talk to cops. You lied to them.
Hey, shout out Nikki Anderson too.
Who's that?
The girl that runs the Honeydew and Crab Feast Facebook groups.
Oh, yeah.
She was asking for us to like shout out our episodes in there and shit like that. And
Oh, yeah. She's the best.
Rushmore, yeah, she's cool as fuck. Yeah, don't drink at 9 in the morning. You know what I mean? Especially not green apple vodka and Bud Light. That's fucking
I
stupid.
mean, I started drinking at like 7 p.m. the night before.
All right, your excuse.
But yeah. What's your number 3?
My number 3?
Yeah.
Obey traffic laws.
God, it's a good one.
I don't do it. Now, generally, I don't do it purposely. I'm not bad at like, I don't like run red lights to get somewhere quicker. I'm not cutting people off. I'm a pretty civil driver, but I am blind. Now, I have glasses now, but I've had them for 1 year out of my 14 years of being legally blind.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of just not knowing what the speed limit is. I literally am so blind. This seems hard to believe because most people don't conceive this idea, but I can't see the speedometer if I'm not wearing glasses.
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue how fast I'm going. If it feels right and I'm going with traffic, I'll do it. But I literally cannot see the speedometer if I don't have my glasses on. I cannot make out those numbers.
And you're also always on your phone driving.
Yes. And there's nothing on my license that says I'm supposed to have glasses. So there's no repercussions for it. Because whenever they told me to do my vision test, whenever I passed my license test when I was like 16, I just lied. I looked into the machine and started naming letters, knew the first one was E, and the lady was paying no attention. She was like, all right, come over here.
Yeah.
You're good. So, yeah.
My number
traffic
2
laws.
on my Rushmore bad habits is smoking/drinking.
Okay, well, one of those is way worse than the other.
Which one?
Smoking.
You think?
That's just dumb. Smoking is literally when I see you smoke, I'm like, oh, It's the 60s. What are we fucking doing?
You don't think drinking's dumb?
Drinking's dumb, but the damage that smoke does to your lungs is so much more rapid than moderate drinking does to your liver.
Okay, you sound like Joe Rogan telling people not to get the vaccine right now. You have no idea what you're talking
I
about.
do. Well, I know one person that's died from liver failure.
Okay.
I probably know 6 that have died from lung cancer.
Okay.
It just feels worse. Yeah. It seems dumb to inhale smoke. That seems like, okay, this is everything you're taught not to do. Let me voluntarily do it several times a day. Where alcohol, it's like, oh, that makes me feel great. But I feel like shit the next day. That's probably a sign I shouldn't do it so much. It's probably, taper off a little bit. But smoking is like, oh no, I'm just directly putting smoke in my lungs.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sure. Alcohol, a lot of it gets processed into sugar. It doesn't have to go through your liver. It gets processed through your kidneys. It gets broken down before it gets to your liver. It's a lot more alcohol to do permanent damage to your liver than smoke for your lungs. It's such a direct, immediate offense.
Yeah.
It just seems dumb. It just seems dumb.
That's why it's my number 2 on my Rushmore of bad habits.
Well, I'm saying drinking shouldn't be as high as smoking.
Okay.
I don't think your drinking habits are nearly as bad. And you drink like gay shit, like light beers. You're not hurting yourself.
Name one time that you've seen me drink a light beer. What am I drinking now?
Dos Equis?
Yeah.
But you drink PBR.
Not really.
Okay.
I drink Yingling number 1.
Yeah, Yingling Light.
It's not Yingling Light.
Regardless, you're drinking beer.
Yes.
You're not fucking.
Just don't call me a faggot.
You're not.
saying I'm drinking
You're not
light beer.
fucking mainlining moonshine and shit, and like, oh, I have to wake up and get my whiskey before I go cut grass every day.
Yeah,
you're not doing any of that.
I'm
shit.
a nightly alcoholic.
But you are smoking at all of those times.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm an alcoholic where around 7 p.m. I really want a beer.
Yeah.
I have never been a day drinker.
I've
thank
never
God.
craved a beer in my life.
Well, that's because you don't drink beer.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
drink. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's pump the brakes here.
Clear
So,
liquor is for women and businessmen.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah, Pepper, you're so gay because you drink beer and you drink peppermint flavored, like
Schnapps?
yeah,
Yeah.
like
100 proof
liqueur.
peppermint schnapps, which is classy.
Okay, it's class.
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm not going to go to the bar and be like, give me one of them fucking Mudslinger Light Deluxe,
Used to
please,
be
tall
a
boy.
huge Fireball guy.
That was because of a girl I dated.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's all
you-
she drinking, and then I got on it, and it's rock gut bullshit, and it's made out of fucking lawnmower chairs or whatever the fuck they say.
That is pretty funny. Yeah. So yeah, don't get on me about drinking gay shit. You
All
drink
right.
gay shit.
I'm just saying-
you're the guy that drinks gay shit.
Yeah,
How about
I'm saying this is a compliment that you drink gay shit. I'm saying it's not a problem. It's not a bad habit for you. Smoking is. You drinking gay shit sparingly is not as bad as fucking smoking cigarettes like you're the mom of 101 Dalmatians.
yeah. Cruella DeVille.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Like you're her. She smoked cigarettes.
All right. What's number 2?
You're fucking Phyllis Diller.
Are we good on computer batteryage?
Ish. But we're close to done.
Okay. I just didn't know if we needed to rush.
My number 2,
More.
not, I would say, well, see, that's the thing. All of mine, I kind of get by on bad habits. This is what me and,
What do you mean you get by on bad habits?
this is kind of what me and, like, faggot, Bert Kreischer have in common here. Like, I get away with my bad habits too much. Like, traffic laws.
Yeah.
It's been no problem. The 95% of the time. It's okay.
Yeah, I would like to say, like, white privilege is real.
100%. But even on my talent, because I'm so talented, I would say music. Not practicing would be a bad habit. I don't own a guitar. I don't practice guitar. I don't learn songs. I just get on stage whenever I have a show, whenever I know they're going to pay me to do it, and just get up there and fucking do it.
Yeah, I will say, from a third-party standpoint, that is infuriating.
Yeah.
Because you don't, and I know you don't.
No.
And it always turns out okay.
Yeah.
I've heard you have, like, pretty
I've had bad
shitty
nights.
shows.
Yeah, 100%.
Where, like,
now,
your
I would
voice
say
wasn't
most of the
there?
time I've had bad shows where I just sounded like shit. Most of the time, I got too drunk too early. A lot of times, alcohol's involved, and I'm not prepared, and I can't fake it as well.
That is a problem. Like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
worst shows that I've ever had is because I was too drunk.
Yeah, and then you are determined to finish it anyway. And then the next day you're like, oh, I don't even remember playing those last 3 songs. But if I'm relatively sober, and by that I mean like 2 or 3 shots or whatever, I can get by just fine.
Yeah,
I can have the 5 people that are there to see me being like, that was a great show. You did great tonight.
You need 2 drinks in your system just
At
to
least.
get up there and not. That's just so.
Those don't count towards the drinking.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just that's your little
It's baseline.
confidence thing.
Sure.
That's so you're not standing up there and be like, oh fuck, there's people here,
Yeah.
they're gonna hear me.
As someone like Tim McGraw would say, liquid courage.
Oh, you're quoting Timber.
I don't know country music
Okay.
quotes. I'm just saying that sounds like something he would say. Sounds like Tobey Maguire would be like, get some liquid courage.
Toby Maguire.
Tobey Maguire? That's Spider-Man.
That's what you just
Toby
said.
Keith.
Yeah.
Would be like, take some liquid courage and fight the fucking Statue of Liberty or something.
So now we're quoting Tim McGraw.
And Toby Keith. And Tobey Maguire. My 3 favorite Spider-Man.
Are we on my number 1 now?
I think so.
All right, my number 1 on my Rushmore of bad habits is biting my fingernails.
You do that, you child?
Dude, have you ever looked at my nails?
Oh, that's fucking gross. You ever tried to grow them out?
No.
You just can't stop biting them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to bite my toenails too, but I've become not as flexible as I once was.
But you're just as flexible once as you ever was? Toby Keith. We just fucking quoted both of them.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. Nathaniel Rateliff. We can
But
go
yeah.
all day.
Don't bite your fingernails.
Yeah, no, literally.
hey.
Hey, if you're over 6,
Yeah.
drop the pacifier and don't bite your fucking fingernails.
if anybody
you ever tried
has-
putting cat shit or cayenne peppers under your fingernails or
Well, that's
whatever
what I was
they do?
about to say. If anybody has any surefire ways, because I know people who have kicked it.
Oh, I just thought of one.
What? No, I don't want to hear the one that you thought of that's fucking stupid as
Okay.
fuck and you're not a fucking expert on.
No, I was going to say 24 hours a day, just wear your Lyle gloves.
Damn,
you
that
can't
is
bite your
actually
nails.
the best idea I've heard.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Because I could chew for probably days and days. I would
Days.
never get through that material.
days.
Because it's so tough.
It's so tough.
It's so durable.
It's good shit.
It's comfortable. And honestly, the thing is, I probably wouldn't even notice because those gloves are so comfortable.
So good.
And I would actually be better at almost everything that I would do because I would have extra grip. My knuckles would be protected. And, I could use my phone and everything because it's got the index finger phone thing. I mean, there's no drawback. I don't know why I'm not doing that already. If you want your own Lyle gloves, go to lylecorp.com or whatever it is. Just search Lyle Tools and get your specialty automotive equipment up in your ass.
My number 1 would be drunk betting.
Oh.
So what'll happen with me, I have ways to avoid it, so it doesn't happen often. But when I'm the one placing a bet, especially if it's online, if it's on my phone, and I win, which happens a lot because I'm real goddamn good at it, and I win, what I'll do is those funds will hit my account. They hit immediately when you win online or whatever. And then I'll be like, it's 11:30 at night. I just won $400 off a fucking $20 bet. I'll be like, let me throw $200 on this goddamn Nigerian volleyball game.
Oh, what was the one that happened recently that you told me about?
I don't remember.
I think it was like 600 and you put it all.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't realize till the next day. I was like, where'd my money go?
Yeah.
And then I looked back on my open bets, and I had bet on, literally, Australian volleyball. It was, Japanese baseball. I bet on some F1 race. I would just all over the fucking place. Sports I don't follow. I'm like, it has the juice. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works out. I'll double my money. I'll be like, oh, this 2-1 favorite fucking Norwegian softball game or badminton or something.
Yeah.
I took the fucking favorite and I just doubled my money on accident. But I will just do that. I'll get very frivolous
Hold on.
with online betting.
I gotta wash my arm real quick.
Okay, well, I think we're done,
I got something
but-
sticky on it. Give
All
me a
right,
second.
but I'm pretty sure
I
we're
can't
done.
wait. Yeah, I know, but I can't have sticky stuff on my arm.
Hey,
That's
go
like
fucking figure it out.
it's one of my phobias or whatever.
Pet peeves? Phobias. He's scared of sticky stuff on his arms. What a faggot. What a gay boy. Yeah, I got to get home and watch some Masked Singer tonight. You know what I mean? Starts at 7 o'clock.
Who do you think's gonna win tonight? You got the odds on.
They took
who's-
last week off,
Who's gonna win?
which I told you I was sacrificing Masked Singer to record with Earl Skakel. No, they took the episode off. I knew that ahead of time. So,
disrespectful piece of shit.
anyways, yeah, I don't know who's going to get unmasked. I'm thinking somebody like James Vanderbeek, Tim Tebow, somebody like that.
I know one of those people.
You know James Vanderbeek,
No, I
Dawson's
don't,
Creek.
dude. No, I don't, dude.
Don't want to club. No, What's the
That's
Dawson's Creek
Aerosmith.
song?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I've never seen it.
Oh my god. All right. Well, I think we're done here. Bad habits. Well, I think we're done here. Bad habits.
Bad habits.
Go listen to fucking Music is Funny with Raylan Nelson. Go check out Winston Gambro. Watch Empire Fighting Championship
And hey-
this Saturday night.
Next episode will be better. Hey, this is
Oh yeah, next week we're on with Raylan and JB.
yeah. This was kind of a vacation episode.
Yeah.
We didn't really, I'm not saying we didn't try. I'm just
think it's
saying
fine.
It's 5:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, you got a 16-minute story about me getting arrested.
Yeah.
We're good.
We didn't bring the computer charger, so we had to make it pretty
Yep, we
brief.
had to hurry up. But next week we are going to record with Raylan and JB. So Raylan's already fucking back.
Yeah.
The quickest turnaround ever for a
No,
podcast
that is true.
guest.
Quickest turnaround of all time.
It's going to be great.
All right, let's shut this shit down and do a fucking intro, and I can go home and have sex with my wife.